All right, Carpenter Bees are out in full swing, so I bought me a set of mason jars. And the first thing I'm gonna do is make me some bee traps. And I thought I'd show you what I've done so far. There's my drill bit I'm using. And I'm just drilling a center cavity. I just took some blocks of wood and cut them in half. Ultimately, I'm gonna end up mounting these to the mason jar. But I've started my center hole, which will be the cavity into the jar. And then I'll come back and I'll drill some end ports here for the bees to go into and capture them. So I'm doing a combination stuff because I have a real bad carpenter bee problem. And I'm about to leave to go out of town, and I need to have something that's working when I'm away. So ride along with me. All right, and you can see I've drilled some holes in the side and they meet those center points, you can see. And this now will be mounted on top of a mason jar. I'll do the circumference the same size, and then I'll bolt this on the top, put a hanger on it, and be ready to go. These little things are like, I guess, Hotel California. The bees check in, can't check out. So that's ultimately the purpose here. So here we go. Okay, and using the same drill bit, I've made openings in my tops. I've removed this one because I'm going to use just little self-tapping screws, and I'm going to basically line this here, and I'm just going to put a screw on. Then I'll put the cap on and put a hook on the other side, and they're good to go. Okay, now with the holes drilled and the liquid in the jar, I've already put the top on. Last step now is I'm going to put these little hooks in just to hang them. And this is one process dealing with carpenter bees, and we have more to come. Here's the finished product of one I made a couple of years back, and I'm making some more now. You can see where I drilled the holes in, and I made an inner core, and I had a core in the top, and I fill it up with fluid. So I'm gonna make some more follow along. Okay, and here's one from this year. And you can see it'll capture more than carpenter bees, but it's ready, set to go. Okay, another thing I do is I make a fake wasp nest and put out for my carpenter bees, and I just use lunch sacks. I've got some yarn I'm going to use for ties at the top to hang it with, and then I've just got some old stuffing that I use to wrap packages. I'm going to stuff the bags, and then I'll put a little weight in them, some rocks or something probably, and then tie them off, and then I'll show you. Then I'll hang them out. Carpenter bees don't like to nest where wasps are, so you can do a fake wasp nest also to help treat carpenter bees the friendly way, to try to keep them away to begin with. All right, and now you can see the nest. Now if you want to go chemical, you can get some permethrin. 13.3 is what this is, and mix it and spray it. Now you can also use Dominion 2L, but your choice. This is if you want to use chemical processes. And the last thing I want to mention too in this video is I always, once I've discovered the nesting, I always come back and I'll show you. Let me show you over here. I always come back and seal the nest. So whatever works, you can use some of that foam filler or some sort of caulking. But you can see where in years past I've continued to fight with these carpenter bees. There's one flying up there now. And so what I do is I always fill the nest. You can see he's looking now for activity. Now I'll hit him with some permethrin. And anyway, thanks for watching the video. Some people seem to prefer Dominion 2L. It seems to have a longer residual. And this is also the stuff that they use, sometimes people do, to make their own flea medicine for their pets. I'll mix this up because it has the same kind of ingredients that's used often to treat fleas and so forth. So, but anyway, so your choice, Dominion 2L or permethrin, if that's your preference.